Yes guys, Robert Optimal Carnivore. Now this video is about realistic expectations when you want to get in shape and start a diet. What is achievable? Because I think we need to stop trying to look like all our favourite fitness influencers. Because trust me, 99% of them out there do not look like that themselves. They may look like that for one day of the year, take a load of pictures and videos, and they could get months and months, if not years, of content to be able to post themselves. And then we're looking at it on our Instagram feed, the algorithm's in our face, and you think they're shredded year round. And I think they're doing their clients and all their followers a disservice, because people are going to expect that that is the pinnacle. The bar is raised too high. Think, right, I'm not going to be happy unless I get to achieve that very, very unnatural, short-term, low single-digit body fat is not sustainable. Using myself as an example, I look like this one day of last year. The other 364 days, like, I don't look like that. Year-round, I look like the picture on the right. That, to me, is a more achievable look. And not just achievable, sustainable. That is the point. Like, I got ready for this competition. Yeah, you come down and down and down. You might be getting ready for a bodybuilding competition. It's a great challenge, but you're going to be miserable, you're going to be starving, you're not going to be able to function, like, brain-wise, and just strength in the gym. You cannot stay like that year-round, and that's the point. You're not supposed to. But if you're looking up to people that look like that, thinking they look like that year-round, then you're going to be sadly disappointed. This picture on the right is a realistic body fat level for a healthy young male, in my opinion, because the body doesn't want to be shredded with veins running through everywhere. You want that beach body look. And to be honest, I'm not saying anyone wants to look like the picture on the left, by all means, but a lot of people, that's with my tan on stage, the best lighting, etc. But a lot of people will take videos and pictures when they're that sort of body fat in the gym and advertise that as, let's get shredded. If you want to get shredded like I did, blah, 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 which winds me up, because I think people can go one way or the other. They think, oh my God, that is totally unachievable, I just won't even bother. When it's like, no, you need to look at progress. Look where you are now. Aim for seeing any sort of abdominals going through. Trust me, just to start to see abs, getting below sort of 15% body fat, 12% body fat, like, it's a tough ask. And getting down to single digit is absolutely ridiculous unless you've got serious goals and obviously understand that it's not going to be sustainable for life. Then fair enough. So I don't want people to throw the baby out with the bathwater and think, well, I might as well not bother because I'm never going to look like that. Because trust me, 99% of the time, that person posting that doesn't look like that all year round. And unless I have a client with some serious goals that want to get absolutely shredded for a bodybuilding competition, or they might just do it for a photo shoot, they're peaking for that one day of the year. They're not, I'll explain to them, this isn't sustainable. You're not going to look that year round. Not that you won't want to look that the year round. Do you know? Achievable goals, low sort of body fat percentage, enough to start seeing your abs, is the picture on the right. Granted, that is me, no steroids, natural bodybuilder, but I've done weight training for about 18 years. So don't expect to come down in body fat and expect to have like tons and tons of muscle underneath if you haven't been weight training. So that's a bit of a caveat to it. Do you know, you're going to look lean, you're going to be healthy, you can see your abs. Abs seem to be one of those that, like, at any sort, you don't have to be like really, really muscular to have like a decent six pack. They're very sort of genetically determined. So just focus on getting low enough body fat, not stupidly low, just to start to see them coming through. But yes, building muscle naturally is a long, slow process, a marathon, not a sprint. Don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. But if you love the process and you enjoy it, you'll stick to it, you'll get results over time, with a 10 to 15% body fat being sustainable for most people. So don't be disappointed if you never get the body fat levels on the left. Trust me, you're not missing out. And understand that me eating the optimal human diet on the right, the carnivore diet, I'm eating as much as I want, till I'm full, satisfied and happy, and I'm still at like a healthy body fat percentage, not peeled like the left, which takes a lot more mental resilience and going through hunger, etc., and changes in hormones and strength. So that's the caveat to it. On the right, happy, healthy, hormones in a good place, strong in the gym. There's a lot to be said for that. So there's pros and cons of being the left picture or the right picture, but the right picture being That should be what people should strive for body fat percentage wise. And don't be fooled that everyone's shredded, because again, 99% of the time they are not. Aim for a realistic look. You'll be happy, healthy. Stop scrolling on Instagram thinking you want to look like all these people that are probably getting ready for a bodybuilding competition. It's not realistic. Be realistic with your goals. Be happy with just starting to see any sort of abdominals. That is a great, great achievement. And then hopefully more fitness influencers will start being a bit more transparent and trusting, and maybe posting pictures of them where they look a little bit more normal. And always be skeptical if your favourite fitness influencer is shredded year round. Everything they post, they look like they're getting ready for a bodybuilding competition. They're just in the perfect lighting, the perfect gym pump. 9 times out of 10, they probably don't look like that right now. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, we always want ourselves to look great and post ourselves in the best sort of way possible. It's just doing some people a disservice that they might get down and think, why do I bother at all? I want people to think, no, you can progress, you can always do better, and trust me, you don't want to feel as horrible as I did on the left. Cheers, guys.